Yes, he's won 4 straight over those Rams. Take a look at the NFC playoff picture. Gentlemen, Rams lose. They dropped the wild card. Seahawks, they are in the division leaders column. They didn't even play yet. They have the Eagles tonight, you guys. Balance of power in this whole NFC West thing has been fascinating, shifting back and forth all season long. Do the Seahawks take control of this division tonight in Philly, Nate?
Yeah, no doubt about it. Seahawks are a much better team than Philadelphia. Philadelphia has struggled to find consistency on offense. Carson Wentz is pressing just way too much. I don't feel like they have a flow. And this is a game where Seattle needs to step up and really shut this team out. Because we've seen the NFL become this really random weekend where certain games just shock us. But the Seattle Seahawks, if they want to be a team that we respect, this is where you take the lead in the NFC West and you start to run away with it because there's too much inconsistency in that division.
Ian Rappaport had a report yesterday on NFL Game Day saying we might see a little Jalen Hurts and not just gadget, stuff like that. You might see Jalen Hurts at quarterback.
Yeah, what's that?
For a couple snaps for the Eagles, and it might be more than just a couple. This is a real fork in the road moment for the Eagles. The Giants are now in first place with Colt McCoy as their quarterback. Alex Smith and the Washington football team doesn't scare anybody, and yet they are right there. And the Cowboys, the Eagles can still win this division. Is this the time to break out Jalen Hurts? Or should we just ride Carson Wentz all the way to the end of the year? I'm very interested. There's a little bit of playing with fire feel to this. If Jalen catches heat, do you give the rock to Jalen Hurts, the rookie, the second-round pick for the rest of the season? I want to see how they use Jalen Hurts. I want to see what they do because I'll be honest, I've watched a lot of Eagles football this year. Outside of the Jets and maybe a couple other of these teams that are the Jaguars, the Eagles might be the most frustrating team to watch in the entire NFL this season. So much talent on the field, can't get wins, and very often they come really close and they don't finish the deal. Jalen Hurts is a winner from college. I don't know how much we see of him. That's my fascinating piece. I don't know about the Seahawks. I know the Eagles are going to be something I'm watching.
My eyes go to Philly too because time's up. You've had weeks. You've had weeks while the NFC East was terrible to figure this out, lick your wounds, get right. It doesn't really matter if you lost, if you lose. We've all joked about it. I've made a million jokes. It's not a joke anymore. If Carson Wentz doesn't have it, you got to pull him. You have to pull him, and not for a gadget or get him out of the game. You have a second-round draft pick. Peter said it all. A winner. You got to try something. The time is up. Washington wins. The Giants win. You're going to lose the worst division of all time, and you had it. And so the idea that, we don't want to mess with Wentz. Listen, Carson Wentz has been messed with in a million different ways, whether it's his backup or his knee, and he's still somehow recovered. You got to stop worrying about his feelings and start worrying about your team. He's been awful, and I don't relish saying that. I like Carson. We all do. You got to get him out of the game. He's by far inferior to someone like Daniel Jones right now, even, let alone Alex Smith. You got to get him out. And I think if you're not going to start Hurts, you got to get him out early. I'm saying in the first couple series, if it's punt or anything, or let alone a turnover, get out. We have built this whole team around you. We paid you all the money in the world. We've given you 2 months out. You got to go. You got to win this one. Time's up. You got to go.
Are you co-signing? You have been high on Jalen Hurts since the morning after the draft when I talked to you.
I don't believe Jalen Hurts right now is a better quarterback than Carson Wentz, but you have to mix it up. And if you have a guy on your roster that can do some things that could add a little bit of energy to